I'm still sitting here. Yeah, it's been almost been 5 hours since my appointment time. I think it's 5 hours. 4.5 hours, little over 4.5 hours past my appointment time. I've been here since 3:30, so I've been here over 5.5 hours. And my dispatch just called these guys to find out what's going on, and they said they don't have the product ready yet. But yet I've seen, besides this guy sitting here next to me here, I've seen almost every truck come and go. Me and this guy and maybe one other guy have been sitting here for almost 5.5 hours waiting to get loaded up. And this place is a madhouse. I don't know if this place is 24 hours, but they're just coming and going and coming and going. There's a lot of traffic coming through here. There's non-stop trucks coming through here. Yeah, so, I got a feeling I'm going to be parking it here tonight. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere. I really don't think I'm going to get very far. A whole 163 miles today. Great mileage. Yeah. I will talk to dispatch tomorrow and see if I can get a layover. Hopefully I can, because today was a very unproductive day. And yeah, not much more I can do there. I don't know if I'm going to get in a door today. We'll see what happens. Good morning. Just leaving Bakersfield, California. Yeah, they didn't load me until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning last night. I'm pretty tired right now. Didn't get much sleep last night. One thing that really bothers me about some of these places out here in California, you got to be here at a certain time or they penalize you financially, but they'll let you sit there for 12 hours. Something about that has to change. I'm wondering when we're going to have someone step up to the plate and do something about that. But we're talking California here. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Yeah, they had me loaded. No, they had me in a dock at 2:30. I think they started loading me at 2:45. I didn't get out of the dock until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I got maybe 3.5, 4 hours of sleep last night in total. Not much. I'm very, very tired right now. And I'm going to go as far as I can without, when I need sleep, I need sleep. Not much I can do. Yesterday I got 167 miles. That's it. I did request layover, so hopefully they give it to me. If not, then I'll be thinking twice about coming back to California for a while. When I have to sit around for an entire day like that, that usually is my quota for the month. It's really, really unfortunate, really is. But we're moving now, and that's what matters. So, we have to make our way to Surrey, British Columbia, and this load is going to get dropped off in our yard. And what they have for me after that, I don't know. So I should be arriving there, not tomorrow, but the next Saturday night sometime. Hopefully they'll have a load for me in the yard to take out of there. I don't have to sit around until Monday, because this entire week will be a total write-off. Because when I start my resets having to go to Portland, there's no miles there. You spend 12, 13 hours sitting in traffic, and then this happens. So I need to work it out that there's a load waiting for me in that yard when I get there, so I can make some kind of miles this week. Just making our way through Fresno right now, and I'll tell you something, at 10:39 in the morning and seeing the 99 like this clear and this bare, it's really shocking. I was listening to the news this morning, and California has more or less told people, if you don't have to be out there, don't, stay home, because they have, you know, they're having their major, or should I say, their outbreak has become really bad out here. They got an accident on me here. I got distracted. Yeah, the outbreak is getting really bad out in the San Francisco area, and it's kind of spreading. Now that testing now is becoming more available, they're getting more cases. So we do know that it's going to get worse before it gets better, because now they're making available, like right now, that accident, this whole entire stretch of highway would be just jam-packed. Look at this. This is like driving like at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's never like this on the 99. Going through a major city, well, I don't know if Fresno is considered a major city, but it is a big enough city where this is usually jam-packed. It's crazy. I guess the big test is when we go through Sacramento, what that's going to be like. But you don't really, or should I say, you don't realize the impact and the significance of what's going on until you see it like this. Look at this highway. Like, both sides are like almost just barely any traffic. This is California here. It's never like this. Never. Crazy. Good morning. I am on my way to Vancouver, driving through the fog, as you normally see out here in Oregon. It's a huge reminder of British Columbia when you drive through here. This is the kind of weather that we get in the morning. Well, at least in the fall we do. Had a good sleep last night. I really needed it, man. I was so tired. Tried to go for my walk last night, and I'm like, I could barely walk anywhere. I was so tired. And I also had to move my truck a good 200 feet away from the rest area, because when I took my walk, I didn't realize how noisy that reefer was. I'm like 500 feet away from the rest area, just taking a walk. I'm like, my gosh, is that thing ever noisy? What's it sound like for those poor people that are right next to me? Because I pulled into a nice quiet rest area. And I'm like, okay, well, I might want to move it, because if I don't move it, I might make some people upset, and could end up with a slashed tire in the morning. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to move it to be courteous, so I did. I know how I feel. I mean, I'm sleeping next to the thing all the time. It's noisy. I'm glad I don't have to haul that around with me all the time. I don't think I could do it. I mean, I can sleep with trains going by. I can sleep with a lot of noise, but that thing vibrates you right out of your sleeper. Those things are so ridiculously noisy. And I've said a lot about this reefer, how noisy it is, so I don't need to say it anymore, but you know it's bad when you got to move your truck 200-300 feet away from everyone else just so you don't annoy anybody. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Anyway, we are shooting to get into Vancouver around 7 o'clock tonight, hopefully. Drop our trailer in the yard. And I'm hoping that they will have another load for me ready to go for the next morning. Or maybe I can even hook up to it and get to a rest area. No, I guess I won't get to a rest area, because I don't know where I'll be going, actually. I don't even have my load that I'm leaving Vancouver with, so I don't know what's going on. We'll see. We'll find out. Look at this place. I expected it to be a lot more busier than this. For the trucks anyway. Really? Wow. Very surprised. Very, very surprised. I'm hungry now. Jeez. Glad my day's coming to an end soon. Got my gloves on because they're going to be handling my passport. And I know they got gloves on, but they're touching everything else that comes through their windows, so I'm not taking any chances. And then I'll sanitize my passport. And yeah, we'll continue on. It's gonna get water over there at the Flying J where I got my fuel, but they wanted $6.50 for a 24 pack of water. It's like $1.75 more than they normally charge. So it looks like everybody's gouging a little bit regarding prices. Mr. CPX is getting called in. Hello.
How long away?
Maybe 4 or 5 days.
Where you been?
Went down to Bakersfield to do a delivery.
Same truck,
Actually, no, I did a delivery in Portland, then went to Bakersfield pickup. Sorry?
same truck, same crew?
Yes.
Okay.
The load today is a load of carrots. No.
How long was that?
I've been with iHaul for 6 months. Teams Transport? Yeah.
And you feeling okay today?
I'm feeling great. I'm glad I'm not doing LTL
Yeah, one
anymore.
of these or no?
What is that?
Or just some information on the virus.
Okay. Information on the virus. Well, some plans were changed. We were not allowed to drop the trailer over in Aldergrove, so I had to bring it to the yard. So I've done that, and now I'm heading down to, which this should be very entertaining. I'm heading down to the Walmart in Langley to see if I can get a few supplies before I leave tomorrow morning for California. I have no idea what I'm going to be looking at, if it's going to be if there's going to be even any supplies. I need to get water. I would like to get some bread, and I know some of you might say, "No, that's not good for you." Well, when you can only make sandwiches, I've got lots of corned beef, lots of meat, canned meat that I can make sandwiches with. I don't feel like eating it out of the can, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to buy some whole grain bread. Hopefully, they have some. And I will make sandwiches if I have to. Whatever I gotta do. And I just hope that they have. I was hoping to get a barbecue chicken, but I don't think they'll have any. If people are hoarding food, they're probably grabbing that too. You never know, they may not. So if I can't get anything, I'm just gonna get some bread. See what else I can get my hands on. And you know what? When you go into the Walmarts and you go into these places and you see all these empty shelves. Deep down inside, it makes you sad. Makes me sad anyway, that people are that fearful. That they're that fearful that they, there's a beautiful God of the universe that loves them and wants to be there for them and protect them and provide for them, yet they are subject to fear, and it makes me sad, because I know how amazing God is. I know how He watches over us, and it just really, really depresses me when I see people with that much fear in them when it's not even necessary. Not even necessary. So we will see whether or not we can get any kind of supplies once we get to the Walmart.
Well, we're over at the Walmart. I'm gonna go inside and see if there's anything left on these shelves. May not be as bad. They might have restocked things. We'll see. I don't believe it. They got barbecue chickens here. Look at this. Oh, cool. There's one. There's two. I can't believe it. I'm actually surprised. They got quite a bit here. Oh, can you believe it? Look at that. $3.27. Look at that, eh? Flying J wanted $6 American for that. It's only $3.27 here at Walmart. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, everything that seems to be missing is the stuff I'm not even looking for. Why do I need mayonnaise? So I can make chicken sandwiches with the barbecue chicken that I bought. Now I'm going to find some Cheese Whiz. Well, I managed to get pretty well everything that I need here. Can you believe it? The only thing I need to get now is some apples. These are the ones I love. Yay! I know, don't look at it. You shouldn't see that. But as you can see, I've got water, bread. That's just a little treat. Ignore that.
Good morning. We are on our way to San Diego. I know it's a little bit late right now, but I must have needed my sleep, because I don't know how much longer I would have slept, but my son called me at 9:30 this morning, and I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, ooh, better get going. I'm fine though. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'll be just hitting the next, or the rest area of my choice tonight to sleep for the night. Probably a little later than I would want to, but I might even shoot for that Seven Feathers one again. I really like that rest area. At least this time I don't have a reefer on here. Well, I do, but it's not on. But I must have really needed to sleep because, man, I normally don't sleep this long. So, anyway. We're good. We're golden. We are golden. What a beautiful day it is out here today. Finally getting some nice spring weather out here in British Columbia. And I'm sure the weather is going to get even nicer the further south I go. These one-size-fit-all gloves, they're not that great, man. They're terrible. I can barely get these things on my hands, and then they tear on you. But I don't like handling anything that, well, the only thing I'm going to be touching is my own paperwork, but once I give it to the customs officer, he grabs it, looks at it, touches it, including the passport, and then hands it back to you. And then, yeah, he's wearing gloves too, but he's also touching everything that comes in his window with his gloves. So once I get it, I just take off my gloves and give myself a squirt of sanitizer. And normally what I do is I won't be touching that passport again for another 24 hours. So, or no, maybe 2-3 days. So once I'm done with it, I just put it back in. And don't touch it again until I have gloves on. So it should be okay. Should be all right. The weight here is not bad. Actually, there's only me and 3 other trucks. So that's good. Shouldn't be too much of a wait here. Hi there, this is Ray Gaucher. Glad to have you with me once again for another edition of Bible Break as I start a brand new series, just a mini series, 2-parter in the book of Matthew chapter 24. And chapter 24 is all about the signs of Christ's coming, and Jesus explains a lot of detail on the end days and also explains to the apostles what is to happen with the temple. We will be reading out of King James Version, if you'd like to read along with me. And I'm going to try to go in a little bit more detail with Matthew 24. I have read Matthew 24 plenty of times and I've studied it, so hopefully I can make this, I can help you to understand this to a degree where you're like, oh, okay, That would be nice. All right, so if you're ready, let's start at chapter 1, chapter 24, verse 1, King James. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Now, the amazing thing about Matthew 24 is there's two prophecies in here. There's a prophecy of the days that were happening during the time of the apostles, and also talking about the end days, and we will see that right here. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And be, there's one question, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So there's two questions here. They're asking, when will it be that the temple will not have one stone upon another, that it'll be destroyed, more or less, is what Jesus was saying. And they want to know, what is the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Verse 4, And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. And then listen to this clearly. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. Now you hear what he says there? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Jesus is not saying, there's going to be many saying, here, I'm Jesus, no, I'm Jesus, no, I'm Jesus. That's not what he's saying. He's saying, for many shall come in my name, acknowledging, saying that I am Jesus, and shall deceive many. And we see this now with all the false deceivers on TV. You've got these prosperity preachers and prosperity teachers out there. If you just send in your donation, we'll send you off your miracle water and Jesus will bless you. Many will come in my name saying, I am Christ. They will acknowledge I am Christ, but they will still deceive you. This is what he's saying here. Verse 6, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. We've been seeing that for years. Pestilences. Hello. Are we seeing this now with this COVID-19, with other pestilences that have been happening in the last 15 years, H1N1 and SARS and everything else? And earthquakes in diverse places, in places where we're not normally seeing earthquakes. And if you were to look at the history of earthquakes in the last 20 years, it would shock you on how much more frequent the earthquakes are every single year. It's very scary. The chart goes like this. So we will see famines and pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, And all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You show me one nation in this world that stands up for Christ. Show me one nation that there isn't Christian persecution somewhere. Christian persecution can simply be like what we see in China and what we see in Iran, what we see in these communist countries. Christian persecution can also be not standing up for what we believe. I'll tell you what's Christian persecution is when we have for those of you that live in the United States, your Vice President, Mike Pence, praying for God to give them wisdom on how to deal with COVID-19, praying about this virus, and you've got the Democrats and you've got other people making fun of him. Look at Mike Pence, he's praying over this. That's persecution right there. And God bless that man for doing that. I think Mike Pence is a good man. And verse 10, And there shall be many offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. So let's go back into that again. Then they shall deliver you out to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, and then shall many be offended. They're going to be offended. Look, they were offended when Mike Pence was praying. And shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Are we not seeing this now? And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. We've been seeing that. Just turn on your TV at 3 o'clock in the morning and watch some guy on TV telling you you're going to get a miracle if you send them $100. It's pathetic, and I would not want to be that individual when he stands before Christ on Judgment Day. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we're seeing this again now. And because of iniquity shall abound, and let me say that clearly, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. When you can have individuals walk into a place like Planned Parenthood and just wipe out your baby, that's a cold heart. And that's because our society has, because iniquity has abound and the love of many has gone wax cold. There's no more morals. Who cares, right? Oh, that's an inconvenience for me. It's not helping me. This is what's going on right now all around us. As I read this, it's shocking. This is what's happening right now. Verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, he or she shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Some of you might say, well, if God is so amazing, why is he allowing all of this destruction? Why is he allowing all of this stuff to happen? The pestilences, the babies being aborted, because there's evil in this world. God has given us all a free will. He doesn't control us. He's given us a free will. But there's still people that are going to come to Christ, and Jesus is waiting for them. He could say, that's it. I've had enough. Blow that trumpet. I'm on my way. But there's still people. He loves us so much that he wants everybody to be saved. He wants everyone to be saved. He doesn't want anyone to perish. He's waiting. This is why. It really warms your heart when you realize if you have not come to Christ yet, maybe you're the one he's waiting for. Maybe he's waiting for you to come to him before he finally calls his church. Before he finally says that's enough and blows the trumpet. Verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. It's going to happen this fast. The invasion is going to happen this fast in Israel. And I do believe this is not only referring to back then, when the destruction of the temple of 70 AD, this is the double prophecy. This is also going to happen towards the end, when the abomination of desolation happens. We've seen this happen before, and we're seeing it again, or we're going to see it again. When the Antichrist will stand in the newly built temple and claim to be God. When this happens, flee, because it's all going to come down fast, and this is where I believe the children of Israel are going to flee to Petra, where God will protect them, and that is in Jordan. And we can always go into that another time. So don't come down and get anything out of your house. This just will not be time. Just flee. Get out of there. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. If you have a child, if you're pregnant, it's going to be difficult for you, because it's going to be difficult travel. It's going to be difficult. It's so in detail on, let's just go on and I'll show you. Verse 20, but pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Why not the Sabbath day? Nothing will be open. You won't be able to get any supplies. Or that could also mean that you're not supposed to travel long distances on the Sabbath. But I think in this situation, I think God would have an exception. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. We know this is talking about the end times, the last days, because what could be worse than World War II when we've seen the persecution of the Jews, the concentration camps and everything? Terrible stuff. This is going to be worse. 22, and except those days should be shortened, there shall be no flesh saved. God shortens those days, or there wouldn't be, or either that, or everybody would wipe everyone out. Or should I say, everyone would wipe each other out? But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Because of the elect, the days are shortened. If they were not shortened, no flesh would be saved. That if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is the Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that or should I say, if it were even possible, I'm still getting used to the King James, pardon me, they shall deceive the very elect. So there's going to be great signs and great wonders. It's going to fool so many people, a majority of people. It'll almost fool the elect. Verse 25, behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. Verse 27, and this is powerful. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Oh, when he comes back, they're going to know it. They are going to know it. We're going to stop right there, and we will continue with verse 28 up to 51 on the next edition of Bible Break. This is amazing stuff, and the reason why I am sharing this with you guys and why this is so important to me, we are living in last days. And I know that the series of Revelation has really, really blessed a lot of people, because I have come into a lot of persecution from messages, questions, debates. People asking me things to debate me. They're not looking for truth. They're trying to catch me off guard. They're making fun of it. I know there's always people putting negatives on like the thumbs down on my videos. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I don't care about that. What did Jesus say? Count yourself worthy to be persecuted from me. Rejoice! Rejoice! Remember the apostles, they were brought in and they were beaten because they were preaching the gospel. And they left and they let them go, and they were rejoicing because they were counted worthy to suffer for his name's sake. My dear friends, if you can't see what's going on in our world right now, the pestilences, the way things are going on in this world, the wars and rumors of wars. Did you know that Turkey, Iran, Russia are aligning over in Syria with a military right now? Did you know this? No, of course you did not, because the media doesn't tell you this. Gog and Magog, 38 and 39, is aligning right now in Syria. Gog and Magog is an invasion of Israel, where Russia and Iran will lead a coalition to go after Israel, because Russia wants the spoil, and Iran flat out just wants to wipe Israel off the map and drive them into the sea. But you're not going to hear about this in the news. You're not going to hear about this on the mainstream media, because it's all left. They're not going to tell you what's going on over there. If you do not believe me, Google it. Take a look for yourself. Military buildup in Syria, and then mention Turkey, Russia, Iran, and whoever else is involved. We are living in the last days, my friend. If you need to get your heart right with Christ, please do it. I've always felt, and I'll wrap up with this, I've always felt that my ministry has always been to help people come back to Christ. It has been to help people recharge their walk with God. Not necessarily to win new souls, but to bring someone back to their Bible. Someone who's been backsliding, to help them come back to Jesus, repent and come back. Because I'm telling you, my goodness, this stuff is happening, and as the Bible says, it's coming, it's happening, and like birth pangs, like a woman in labor. It's going to increase more and more and more and more. And if you don't feel any kind of a little bit of anxiety of what's going on around us, I can see it, I can feel it. I do get my moments of joy, but I also feel I really need to read the Bible. I need strength, because there's a spiritual war all around us, and I think a lot of you would agree. Please read your Bible, and don't read one of those watered down versions. Get into the King James, or if the King James is too much, try at least the New King James or the complete Jewish Bible. Please read something that is going to give you the true word of God. My dear friends, God bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Until next time, bye for now. Morning. Just leaving the rest area out here in Weed, California. That's where we ended up last night. And we're only about 8 miles away from the truck stop. And I gotta stop in there and get fuel. So we're not gonna drive too far before we have to stop again. Four degrees out here this morning, so yeah, I had to put on a sweater. A little chilly. But everything's good. Had a really good rest. I'm finally catching up on my sleep from that pickup I did in Bakersfield. Man, I'll tell you something, when you end up doing a delivery or a pickup 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it really does ruin your sleep for days. And I'm not doing them anymore. I just can't. It really does ruin 3 days in a row. Like, I'm finally caught up with my sleep now. And when I don't get enough sleep, man, I can't sleep the days after, and it just messes everything up. So the next time I have a late delivery or late pickup, I'm just gonna have to tell them, got to change the appointment or give it to somebody else. It doesn't. Other people can do it. Other people have no problem getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do a delivery. Actually, I can do a delivery at 4 a.m. I just can't stay up all day and then do a delivery at 3 in the morning and stay up. I can't do it. Even if I get a little bit of sleep, it still messes me up. This is just me, my system, the way I work. I can drive to about 11 o'clock at night and I'm happy. I can get up at 4 a.m. and do a delivery, but I just don't like staying up further past midnight. It just doesn't agree with me. Yeah. It's gorgeous out here, not a cloud in the sky. And Mount Shasta, I don't know if you can see it over to the left. And it should be really interesting on what we deal with tomorrow when we're driving through LA. So we're gonna get as far as the Grapevine today probably. There's not many opportunities to stop or after the Grapevine, so I'm gonna stop before, stay there for the night tonight. Maybe I'll get a chance to upload a video, I don't know. But traffic going through LA should be real interesting tomorrow. I wonder what that's going to look like. Well, we are just about at, I don't know if this is a Pilot or a Flying J that I'm stopping at here, but we're down to half of a quarter tank, and we did fine. So at least I know that I can do 2.5 hours on a half of a half, a half of a quarter. There we go, half of a quarter. I can do 2.5 hours. At least the hills I was climbing through probably can do better than that on some flat areas. But yeah, it looks like it's a Pilot. Or is it a Flying J? Who knows? Who cares? It's the same company. It is a Pilot. Okay. So we'll stop here at the Pilot, top up all our fuels. Also top up my reefer too. I got a feeling I'll need it on the way home. Yeah. Find it. I'm trying to figure out if this is the one I went to before. Man, I can't remember. Can't remember if this is the one I've been at before. Anyway, it looks a lot more pleasant to get into than the other one that I stopped at before. If you guys remember, that had the median right in front of the fueling island. That was really bright. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, it's beautiful weather. Come on. And I don't need this sweater on. It was a lot colder on the top of the mountain. So this will be coming off in a hurry. This is very similar, I think, to the other setup that I was at, but at least these guys have enough common sense to remove the barrier. They have a nice open here you can get out, no problem. Yeah, beautiful weather. Ah, now the thing comes up on my thing here. Low fuel. Yeah, we made it okay just before it got into the red. Just before it got into the red. That's funny. Oh, must be another I-haul driver. Someone was waving at me. It's either an I-haul driver or a YouTuber, one or the other. All right. Yeah, you'll see a lot of drivers from British Columbia, 888, and a lot of other companies. Where are we? Is there an open one here? There's one right there for me. Perfect. This is where we will get our fuel and our DEF and everything else we need right here. Got a bonfire going on over there. Okay.
that is not one of our drivers over there, so that was probably a YouTuber. And if you happen to be watching, my dear, it was a pleasure waving at you. Should have come over and say hi. Would have liked to get a picture with you or something. I'm sure we could have taken a picture together 6 feet apart. That would have looked goofy, but oh well. Yeah, anyway. Lovely day today it's turning out to be. So, our plan is to get to the bottom, as I said, to the bottom of the grapevine today. We're not going to get any further than that because there really isn't any other places I can stop. So that's the way we're going to be going. So we have about 8 hours of driving to do. Yeah, hopefully I can get a video uploaded for you guys tonight. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm sure you'd love to know what's happening out here. Yeah, I know it's Sunday and everything, but these roads are extremely... Look at this. Look at the driving through Sacramento. It's spring break. It is Sunday, and usually there's a lot of campers, a lot of people heading out, coming back and forth from church. Just smooth sailing all the way through. Morning. Look at that beautiful mountain up there. Isn't that gorgeous? It's one of the nice things about coming here to Lebec. This Flying J's in a lot better shape. Showers are in great condition. And however, there was a lineup for the bathroom this morning. So
So when I walked in anyway, seeing this huge lineup, I'm thinking, why don't these people just reserve themselves a shower and they can use the bathroom really quickly? Oh, maybe not everybody knows you can do that, right? All right, there's been a bit of a slight change of plans. I was supposed to do my delivery. I was hoping to do my delivery today, but it looks like they've rescheduled it till tomorrow morning. So I have the rest of the day, more or less, to get to San Diego and park it at that same rest area I was at before. Remember the ones I was telling you about with all the signs, the suicide signs? Yeah, that's where I'm going to be parking it for the rest of the day. And then make my way to the fun delivery for 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's what we will be doing. Now the big test will be, what is the traffic going to be like going through LA today? I know their commercial traffic will be heavy, but I'm just very curious and very interested to see what it's going to be like for just regular people driving up and down the interstates, doing their thing, whether or not they listened or not to the instructions of the state government, asking everyone to stay home. Somewhat, if you want to call it, lockdown. Because I do believe California is under a lockdown order right now. Everyone's told to stay home. So, as I said, it'll be very interesting to see what kind of traffic we run into going through LA. Well, my friends, if you haven't figured out the significance of this lockdown in California, take a look. This is Monday, and this is 9 a.m. almost. The downtown core of LA is right there. There is never this kind of easy flowing going along the I-5 here towards LA. Never. This is crazy. It is usually, all of these rows are jam-packed and really slow, crawling along. This is like Sunday driving at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, if I was to post this video, say 2 years from now, saying I'm driving along the I-5 just outside of LA, guess what time of the day it is, and guess what day it is, people would probably guess, oh, it's got to be about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. If I said, no, this is Monday morning and it's 9 a.m., nobody would believe me. It's incredible. 55 miles an hour through here with no problem. Just never, ever seen it like this. It's crazy. So, people are definitely staying home. A lot of people are working from home. You would have to, I mean, you may say, well, it doesn't look like that. There's that many people staying home. There's still quite a few people on the interstate. Well, this is like maybe 2-3% of what it usually is. It's usually, you're not even moving, you're crawling. You're crawling usually on this part of the stretch of the interstate. It's really amazing to see this. Wow. So, we are driving through Anaheim right now. Disneyland is just over here. Well, look at this interstate. It is spring break. Spring break, Disneyland. This interstate would be a parking lot right now. I just can't get over how dead it is around here. It's almost like it's apocalyptic. It's nuts. It's really amazing to see this. Wow. But you know what? For those of you that have driven through here many, many times, and I just had to show you for myself how crazy this is. Yeah, it's just nuts. I am gonna get to San Diego in record time. I really am. It's nuts. To see what the traffic is going to be like parked at this rest area, because it's not that people are going to be parked there for the day. A lot of drivers park there and do their 30s, but it shouldn't be too busy right now. I mean, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm guessing a lot of guys wouldn't be taking their 30s yet unless they're driving all night. gonna find out real fast here. And I love the birds that are at this rest area. They're very, very, very jocular. They almost seem like they have a humorous song to them. It's beautiful. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have here. So far it's filled up. I hope it doesn't completely be filled up here. I'm gonna have a problem. This is not looking good. I need to be able to find some place to park. Please, Lord, give me one spot to park. Oh, look at that. I found one. Let's see here if I can get a little further. Wouldn't mind getting up on that other curb there. Look at that. Thank you, Lord. Ooh, it's gonna get bumpy here. I didn't think I was gonna get a spot to park. It's like, oh no. And also the thing I really like too about these parking stalls in this rest area, they're really wide, so you actually have enough room to get out. Some of these rest areas you go to, man, they're just super tight. And then you got to worry about the back of your trailer clipping somebody. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these are city trucks, so I think they're just taking a break or waiting for a delivery time or whatever. But we're good. We are good.
Just taking a little walk. Stretching my legs. Now that we can actually see the ocean from here, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's not nearly as crowded as it was the last time I was here. Still a nice place to come to. I like places like this where you actually have lots of area where you can take a walk, get your fresh air and stretch your legs. It's nice. Very, very nice. Well, I'm going to head back to my truck and give the customer a phone call and just confirm everything for tomorrow. That way there's no surprises. Good morning, everyone. We are on our way to our delivery. It's a beautiful morning out here in San Diego. And once we are done with this place, we head down to Samis, California. Yes, we're going to Primetime International again, the place where you have to sit for hours on end. But
you're not really sitting there for hours on end because of their fault, because their stuff does not come in until 4 or 5. They just happen to send me down there during that time because there's nothing else to pick up beforehand, because I guess their stuff is the priority, the Loblaws, and then whatever they can fit on afterwards they fit on. But it's okay. I'm starting to get used to that place where you pick up whatever you can there. Get out of there whatever time you can and find a place on the side of the road and pull over and park somewhere before you run into violation. They don't allow you to park on site, and if they change that, things would be so different at that place. Wouldn't be that bad. But oh well, we'll be okay. We'll be all right. So I go to hold of the customer this morning. There's a gentleman that's going to meet me there 10 minutes ahead of time. I don't know why he needs to meet me, because apparently the lady said that you don't back into the parking lot or into the lot or into the driveway. You actually drive straight in, and I don't quite know why they would need to meet me there unless there is more to it. Oh, you know what it might be? They might have to open the gate. Maybe that's it. Because when you look on Google Earth, it shows the gate closed, and on one of them it shows it open, so I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is that he told me to call them 10 minutes before I get there, and he'll meet me out there. So there you have it. There you have it. So we are about 2 minutes away from where we are delivering. I do believe...
New message. You have been unsigned from order 2,471,256. Sent by barn burning.
I don't know what that said. I don't know what that said. I swear that thing said I was sick. Okay. Looks like we got a turn here. Even though I think it's clearly saying truck route is straight ahead. Yeah. Come on, truck, don't do that.
New message. Thank you, Ray. Sent by Carol Waters.
You're welcome, Carol. See? There we go. No truck route here. But that's okay. I'm not going very far here. I guess for deliveries, they don't have much of a choice. There's a school down here. Country Day School. Oh, that's interesting. But, oh well, let's see whether the guy is supposed to be meeting me out here on the front somewhere. So I am going to pull over here and let this traffic behind me go, because I got a feeling I'm gonna need some of the road. So I'm gonna let all these people go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, go, go, go. There you go. All right. It's a good thing you call, it's always a good thing to call the customer, because it says on my macro that the driver must be able to back into the driveway. Well, I assumed I had to back in, so I was trying to plan on another route, and then I decided to call the customer, and sure enough, she tells me, no, you don't have to back in, you can drive straight in. I'm like, oh, well, it's good to know that now. There he is. There he is. There he is. All right. Well, I would have figured that one out, my dear friend. Oh, this could be fun getting out of here. Uh-oh. I don't like the looks of this. How do you get out of here? Down there? All right, my dear friend. Oh boy, this does not look like this is going to be fun to get out of here. How you doing?
Hi, morning. I put it here. The rest I put it here. I put it over there. But I'm not leaving everything here. I'm moving later.
Okay. So how much fun is it getting out of here? How much fun is it getting out of here?
Like 2 hours. Like.
No. How much fun is it getting out?
Oh, you go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm open the other gate.
Oh.
You go back. You go friend.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Sometimes coming the guys here like 5-6 years with the big truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. Okay. So you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
These horses are amazing. I'm just using the bathroom. Their horses are in here. Hi. Come over here. Oh, look at you. Hi there. Hi. Isn't he pretty? Hi. I don't know if you're going to nibble on me. You're going to want my jacket? Hi. There's another one over here. Hi. Aren't you beautiful? Look at how gorgeous this horse is. Wow. I love horses. I can't tell you how much I love horses. Aren't you beautiful? Aren't you beautiful? Do you have a name? I'm sure you do. You all have names. That was really neat. I love horses, I really do. They make you feel special inside. There's something very gentle about a spirit of a horse. Now, look at this place here. You guys remember I showed you, this is one heck of a downgrade. That is pretty steep downgrade. So I guess for me to get out of here, the guy said he's going to back me, he's going to open this gate, I'm going to back into this gate, and then I'm going to pull out. Which is not going to be a big deal, because I'm going to be empty. So this hill is not going to make any difference to me. Now, my friends, we are done here, and it looks like after we are finished at the Blue Beacon, yeah, she's a little tight in here. I got a guy behind me kind of guiding me. It's tight. Great.
Gotta love that. Am I gonna make that corner? Jeez. Gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Wow, I can't even get out of here. This is ridiculous. That's tight, eh?
Close.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you later. Jeez, come on, truck, move. My word. That was a tight squeeze. Just called this other place that we're supposed to go to, our first pickup. Making sure no one's coming down the sidewalk. And apparently there is an open dock for me when I get there, which is right around the corner. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, don't come around the corner so fast. So you want to take your mirror off, you can, that's up to you. Yeah, you got to be aggressive. You've got to be aggressive around here. But not that aggressive. Okay, again, I called ahead of time and asked. See, the address to this place I'm going to is on a different street. It's on, it says to go to Long Beach Avenue, but that's actually the front of the building. Ah, great timing. This is, again, some parts of LA I've never seen before. So this is the road here, Long Beach Avenue, which my GPS wanted me to go. But he's telling me, no, don't go that way. So, this is a four-way. So, oh, that's not a low bridge, that's a tree. Congratulations. Jeez. So I wonder if I should go this way. because that one might be a hard move. I think I'm gonna go the other way. That one there, I don't think I could. Oh no, maybe I should have went that way. Son of a gun, I don't think I'm gonna like this. Ay, ay, ay. This does not look good. Oh no, 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 no. Sorry. I gotta go this way. Oh no. This is not looking good. Yeah, and I don't expect anyone to help me here by letting me go. Hurry up, buddy. I need to take this turn. Come on, truck. Let's make sure I don't get that van. Nope, everything looks good. So I gotta look for this entranceway to this place. I just don't want to be making too many mistakes. I think the entrance might be up here. They got some guy cooking food right there. Oh, I bet you that smells good. Good morning. Yes, I am on my way down to the ports to get my pineapple. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm gonna have to weigh it afterwards because pineapple can be very heavy. I don't know what they're gonna load me with. So, it's gonna take me a little bit longer than I want to leave. I don't actually know how long I'm gonna be at the port. Sometimes you can get in there. If you get into the dock, they load you really fast. Because they have these forklifts, they're double forklifts. They actually pick up 2 skids at a time. So they can load you with 4 skids at a time, 2 and 2, and they load you really fast. But it's getting into the dock. That can be a bit of a waiting game. There wasn't a whole lot of guys though sitting in the waiting area, so I don't know. It may be very, the wait may not be very long, but that's only guys that don't have a Twix card, and a Twix card gives you access to the ports in other places, special places, other ports around the country, and some high security places. That's what the Twix card gives you. So, got to give the guy this sheet, which then he'll point out to me, an escort, and to follow. That is the routine. Anyway, the last time I came here, look at the size of that boat. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. Morning. My driver's license?
What do you use for this? Alright. By yourself?
Yes. Do you need this?
Josh!
That's the man. Alrighty. Thank you. Nobody wants to touch anything. I don't blame them. don't blame them. Oh yeah. You see these other vehicles, these other trucks here, you can see it's gonna be a bit of a wait here. Man, look at the size of these boats around here. I got a feeling I'm gonna be parking right next to Mr. 888 here. Yeah, there's quite a wait here. There is a wait. Well, guess what? I'm at the wrong place again. The last time I was sent to the ports, if those of you that remember my trip that I was supposed to come down here, and then they ended up detouring me to Anakpa. I think that's how you say it. Fresh produce. Exact same thing. Came down here, sit here for an hour to find out I'm in the wrong place. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they can't figure it out. So now, this is the second time our company has paid for an escort to bring us down there. And before you leave the port, there's a guy sitting over there charging you for sitting in the port. So the company was now charged twice for nothing. And this is what happened last time. So in total, there's 4 times the company was charged for nothing. I don't even know what to say to this. I don't know what to say to it, except just forget it, Ray. You know what? The next time they're going to send me down to this port, I'm just going to the other place. I'm not even going to come here. Well, the guy behind the counter here was far from friendly. I guess people are in bad moods lately. I don't know why. They should be very happy that they're all working. There's a lot of Americans that aren't working right now. And then you have these grumpy people behind the counter. I don't know what they got to be grumpy about. They should be grateful. They have a job right now. Oh well. The way I look at it too is when people are that grumpy, there's a lot of peace missing out of their life, and a lot of it missing out of their life is the Bible, the Word of God. Oh no, there he goes again talking about that. I know, I'm sorry. It's 99% of my life. The other 1% is breathing. I am on my way to a scale. I finally finished up with my 3rd pick. Seems a little bit heavy on the trailer, so I just want to double check and get it weighed. And I'm hoping it's not overweight, or I'll have to come back and they'll have to take some off because they've got me right to the doors. And then the paperwork will all have to be redone, and so hopefully we'll be okay and I can just adjust it a little bit. So, there's a place here in Oxnard you can get weighed, and yeah, as I said, hopefully everything looks good. Just like I thought. 38,720 on my trailer. That's almost 5,000 over. Unbelievable. So I'm going back. 29,680. I can't adjust any more of my axles. Just wonderful. Unbelievable. 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 I cannot believe this. Well, that's funny. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. They only want to take off one skid. And I'm telling the girl in there, I said, hey, listen, it's not the girl I was telling you about that was nice. This one's a little nasty, this other one. She's saying, oh, we're only going to take off one skid and you can get it reworked somewhere else. Someone overloaded you before. Or you're a little over on your drives. Or your steers. I went, who cares about my steers? I got full tank of fuel, I've got chains, I've got an APU, who cares? My drives are legal. My trailer was legal when I came in. Now it's illegal on my trailer, and now she's telling me that we're only going to take off one skid and you can get it reworked somewhere else. That's what she's telling me. So I called the boss, or one of the bosses anyway of the company, and let them know that they're telling me they're only going to take off one skid and I got to get it reworked somewhere else. And he's like, no, they can't tell you to do that. He says, well, that's what they're telling me. So he's going to make some phone calls. And I'm not leaving this place until I'm legal. 4,700 pounds over before. I'm not leaving this property until I'm legal. We'll see what the boss has to say. They took off one skid and they reworked it. I don't know how this is going to help me, but I got to go weigh it again. I don't know what it's going to end up. If it's too heavy, I got to come back again. But they'll be closed, which means I'll have to stay here another night. That'll mean, you know what, I'm not even going to talk about that right now. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen, because if that does happen, that means I will have the equivalent. I don't even want to talk about it. I want to think about it right now. I don't even want to think about it. Okay, we're back over here at the shipper, and they can't do anything for me until tomorrow. So, I am now going to be on day number 4 in California with no miles. Yeah, I'm too exhausted to be frustrated right now. I did my delivery on Monday. I should have been out of here yesterday. Oh, I don't even know what day it is today. I did my delivery on Monday. Yeah, I should have been out of here on Tuesday, and I won't be getting out of here now until Thursday. So almost the entire week is gone, and I haven't even driven the equivalent of what I normally drive in a week, in one day. I normally drive over 600 miles in a day, and I haven't even made that in 3 whole days. Not even close. I did 40 miles today.